Welcome to Merit TV. I'm Samantha.
And I'm Dana.
And on this episode, we're talking about highlighting more than just students through merit. Like I said, we're talking about how to use merit for more than just students, but I really have no idea what we're talking about because Dana said, hey, we're gonna film a Merit TV because I have a bunch of questions from clients and prospective clients, and I've been over here, guys, all day trying to be like, so what are we talking about? But she keeps it on lockdown. So hit me with that first question.
Okay, so like Samantha said, I've gotten a couple questions in and I'm going to keep everyone's identity top secret.
Okay.
So no naming names here. But our first question that has come in is, can you highlight more than just students through merit?
Easy answer, of course. So you can highlight anything from, as you know, students, but you can do faculty, you can do your athletic programs, you can do just news and information about things that are going on your campus, or news stories that people need to know about through a couple of different tools in Merit.
So Merit's pretty much for everyone.
For everyone.
Okay, well, let's focus specifically then on faculty because I have a couple questions about them. So the next question that I have in is, how can we recognize faculty through Merit?
Okay, best answer, simplest answer, newsroom. So if you're familiar with newsroom, it is our press release distribution tool built right within your Merit account. So one place to do everything from. And this is a great tool to use to be able to highlight your faculty to put stories out there about them.
Okay, so if you have a few key faculty members in the news, is newsroom going to be monitoring for their mentions? Will those people come up so that we can recognize them through Merit?
So good question. So newsroom is just for the syndication of that press release about your faculty. But like you said, especially a lot of schools have had individuals in the news for political reasons or COVID, or just because they publish some really great content out there or research, whatever it may be. If you have a faculty member you want to keep tabs on, our media monitoring tool is going to be the best way to do that. And how you do it, and I think you actually just told all of our clients how to do this. So check your inboxes, but the way you do it is you set up a keyword for that faculty member. You can do this in your Merit account, or you can email help@meritpages.com with that faculty member's name. What we'll be able to do is add that as a keyword, and right within your media mentions inbox, you'll start to see notifications for the pickups of their media stories.
Perfect. So Sam, we talked a lot about newsroom and we've covered a bunch of questions in that last section, speaking more about faculty as well. I want to switch gears and talk about distribution a little bit.
Okay.
So one of the questions that we had come in was, in terms of distribution, what's the difference between achievements and newsroom?
Okay. So specifically regarding distribution, the main two differences is you're going to use your achievements to acknowledge your students' success. When you do that, you upload their zip code and their hometown. That's going to identify the distribution of the media notifications based on that said student. So for example, if you are from where? Albany, and we did a story about your fabulous soccer career, which I think we've talked about once or twice.
Maybe a couple times.
That news about your fabulous soccer career at X university would go to the Albany media. Whereas if I was from Queens and I had just as great a success in soccer, it would go to the distribution in those media outlets associated with Queens. So that's how achievements work. Now, newsroom, the distribution is different because you're actually building the distribution yourself. So here's where you're going to say, for example, in that faculty conversation, what are we doing? A science research project, maybe?
Sure.
I love throwing science research in there. I have nothing to do with it. But it sounds really good. Where's that person? Where's that professor from? Give me a city or town.
Knoxville.
Okay, Knoxville. So let's say this professor is from Knoxville, and where's the institution? Give me another state or city.
Michigan.
Okay, and this institution is in, let's say, Detroit, Michigan. So if you want to hit the area in which the research is being done for this professor, which may be in Knoxville, but the institution itself is in Michigan, you're going to want to hit both of those media outlets and maybe even elsewhere as well. In the distribution list builder of Newsroom, you can do that. You can actually hit as many geographic locations as you would like. You can custom upload your own distribution list as well. So whether that's an internal distribution list or you have curated media contacts, you can do that. So achievements are pre-built lists determined based on the student's location, whereas Newsroom allows you to customize that distribution list based on your goals.
Perfect. I think that's much more clear now.
So what else we got over there, Dana?
Hey. All right. This one comes in. It's about certificates, just to prep you.
Okay.
So the question is, what are some examples of other ways that you can use certificates to recognize students outside of pillar achievements?
Okay, outside of pillar achievements. So pillar achievements, as we identify them here at Merit, are kind of your core achievements. So most of our institutions do graduation, dean's list, provost, president's honors, all of those, which is what we're classifying as pillar achievements, right? So what else can you do? Okay, a couple of things some of our schools have done. I won't name names since you said no names, but if you have questions, I'll send you some examples. Athletics. So athletics is a big one. If your SID is involved, this is also a great opportunity to like propose this to your SID if you want to further leverage merit within your institution, because a lot of the times that SIDs are doing like athlete of the week or academic scholar athlete awards. So the certificates are a great way to give a physical element to that. So a lot of schools have started to utilize this within their athletics department. So like I said, athlete of the week, scholar athlete, and then end of term athletic awards they'll also do. And then you can do them a little bit more generically as well and do things like participation in your performing arts department. We have a couple of schools who send out honestly hundreds of stories. And one of their biggest categories of achievements, which also is certificates, is arts, drama, performance. And so what they do is they highlight every single student who is part of one of those performances on campus, and now they're giving them certificates of achievement as well. Same thing goes for like student government. Student government is a great way to also highlight the way your students are active on campus. So a lot of the times, one of our goals with our clients is not just engaging your students, but also prospecting new students and showing and highlighting the things you have going on campus. So that's another way just to tell a story with an achievement. Maybe you don't need the media distribution, but you want the hometown distribution. You want their parents to say, "Great job, Dana, get that certificate." But like student government's a good example of that as well, or clubs and organizations. And you can do it really generically. So it's not a lot of work where you say, you know, for on-campus participation in activities or extracurricular or whatever that verbiage may be most appropriate on your campus. So you don't have to create a super specific achievement and a super specific certificate for each of these. Think really broad, and just the fact that Dana got a pat on the back today. And the other thing, I don't know if this is a question, but I'll just put it out there. If you guys want certificates in your account but are finding that getting them executed by your design team or your marketing team is just slowing the process down, we're here to help. You can email me, csm@meritpages.com, or you can email Dan at meritpages.com directly, and he'll let you know how he can go ahead and design a certificate for you too.
Have you seen those certificates that Dan has designed?
Yeah, you can check them out in our knowledge base.
Yeah, they look pretty nice.
They do.
All right, we're down to our final question here. And this one isn't really a question about Merit product or anything like that.
What kind of curveball is this going to be?
But after about a year and a half of not being able to be out there and be with our clients, we have had a few questions come in from our clients asking if we're going to be attending any of the conferences in 2022. Okay. Can you reveal that?
Yeah, and I can also take a breath because I was a little nervous what you were going to ask me. Like, I'm already married. Yeah, we'll be hitting the road this upcoming year in 2022. We're excited to get back out there. We're excited to meet some of our new clients and see some of our old clients in person. We'll be hitting the conference road, I think, beginning March of 2022, going all the way up until the end of the year, and hopefully nothing will derail us from that. I'd love to also know if you guys are going to any conferences that you'd like to see us at, or if we can come hang out with you at your institution. Drop us a line or, you know, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you and hear where you're headed. Maybe we'll head there with you as well. But that's just a tease. I'm not going to give away too much yet. I think if anything, stay tuned to our social media and make sure you're signed up for our emails, whether you're a client or a prospective client. Dana is the queen of all things email marketing. So she'll be making it into your inbox to let you know where we'll be, how you can meet with us, and some of the fun stuff we'll be doing while we're on the road, because we're going to switch it up a little bit this year. So anything else? Any other questions in there?
That was the last one.
All right. Well, now that my heart's like calming down a little bit.
None of them were too hard.
No. I just didn't know what that last one was going to be. That's this episode of Merit TV. As always, if you have any questions or want to connect on strategy or an upcoming conference, feel free to email us at csm@meritpages.com and we'll connect.